Yo, what's up, guys? This player profile is going to be about Cooper Kupp. I'm going to do a quick little analysis on Cooper Kupp just from like a metric point of view. It's kind of crazy what he was able to do last season when you keep in mind that Cooper Kupp doesn't really score well in any metric other than agility. Of course, that's coming out of college and that's at the combine. So, things change. I know the chemistry and the often the connection between a quarterback and a wide receiver is typically much more important, especially at this stage in both of these guys' careers. Especially the type of routes that Cooper Kupp tends to run. He runs, I mean, his route tree is pretty diverse, but he tends to run intermediate routes. And Allen Robinson coming into town, I think, shouldn't change that too much when you consider that Allen Robinson also isn't like a downfield stretch type of receiving threat. That's kind of a role that's going to be reserved for Van Jefferson. He's just the speedy guy. They used him the same way last season. But anyway, in any case, Cooper Kupp, he's going to be my wide receiver one going into 2022. And let's go into the player profile and just check out why I think that. So 21 and a half point PPR game points last season. He went beast mode in the playoffs as well. 561 and 1, 9 183 1, 11 142 and 2. Just absolute beast. We kind of knew this was gonna, or we didn't know this was gonna happen going into the season, but we were hearing some rumors, and this is the type of like dog shit that I typically don't like to get excited about. But for some reason, I got excited about this last offseason when I heard that Staffy and Cup were having breakfast together. They were sharing Fruit Loops or whatever they were doing, and yeah, I mean the chemistry was there in the off season. They were bundled together, and like I wish I had um, more motivation or determination to Cup, and I wish I would have drafted him in more spots. I typically went with guys like Deontay in that same range, which was a mistake, obviously. But in any case, Cooper Kupp, wide receiver one going into this season. So they've added Allen Robinson to the fold, as I mentioned, and that should help keep defenses honest in the intermediate. Van Jefferson, if he can continue to be that downfield threat, that should keep defenses honest in the down the field. So they have a very balanced offense. They lose Whitworth. He retired, who is kind of like a stalwart or a stalwart on the offensive line. He's also a presence in the locker room. Just it's always tough when you lose somebody like that. But I think they're able to re-sign most of their other linemen, and I think they're going to still be a sturdy enough offense. Um, and another thing that I think either helps or hurts, and I didn't know which category to put this in, is Cam Akers coming into form and being healthy, having a whole offseason to continue to rehab. I think he's going to become a bigger part of the offense. I think Sean McVay has proven to us in the past that he likes a more balanced offense that leans a little bit more on the run. And this past season, we saw that kind of shift. Now, another variable that gets thrown into the mix, of course, is the massive upgrade at the quarterback position from the wet paper bag that is Jared Goff to Matt Stafford. So, what's the variable? What variable led to them becoming a more pass heavy offense? I would say it's more has to do with staff, but I also think that just having a capable running back, someone on the echelon of a Gurley. I'm not saying Akers is on a Gurley level, but just Akers having more time to get acclimated, more time to cement himself in that lead back role. I think, yeah, you can see that as a con, or you can see that as a pro. That a more balanced offense leads to more production with Stafford and his favorite friend and his favorite weapon, Cooper Kupp. Another thing or another con, now to go into the con section. I mean, Kupp's getting old. Um, Not significantly old where there's starting to be a worry that his production is going to start to fall off. He's only 28. It's usually like 29 to 30 for elite wide receivers. And another con, I mean, I don't think that's too much of a con. I think he didn't show any signs of wear and tear from the season prior, but I kind of thought the same thing about Julio Jones. But in any case, age slight con, not a big con. I don't think that should deter you from drafting Kupp. Another con that I have is the schedule. I had to look at the Rams schedule, and it looks pretty rough. Now, of course, dates are to be decided, so we don't know how like the playoff schedule is going to look. But simply just looking at the slate of teams that they're gonna play, it looks pretty rough. Other than like the Seahawks, the Falcons, the Panthers, of course. I don't see any really easy games, and more specifically, I don't see many easy defenses on this schedule. I think the Broncos are going to be great. I think the Packers are going to be Packer-like. I think the Bills are going to be amazing. I think the Cowboys are going to continue to be dominant on the defensive end. Broncos are always going to be good on defense. So yeah, and then just looking around, you got your divisional games are always rough games. Kupp had no issue producing, but it's just a slight cause for worry. Not a big one, but yeah, Cooper Kupp, wide receiver 1. I think he's gonna not repeat what he was able to do, not repeat his historically amazing season from last season, but I think he'll be able to repeat and be the wide receiver 1. Perhaps some slight adjustment to the mean in terms of his touchdowns and yardage, but in any case, balanced Rams offense. Cooper Kupp still the lead guy there. Allen Robinson continues to keep defenses honest, and he will pretty much replace what Odell was doing. So, yep. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you like these little player profiles, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.